All right, guys, Jason, free from vacation fees. A lot of you know me from my past videos. Let's talk about timeshare, specifically getting out. Number one, you should not believe a damn thing that I say in this video. Instead, what you should do, should you choose to watch the video all the way through and you are desperate to get out of that open air waste of money, depletion of life, complete and utter scam that we know as a timeshare, that you will leave this video and at least do your research and compare what I say versus what everybody else is saying, because we know YouTube is flooded, we know that Tug is flooded, we know that all forums are flooded, and it can be hard to know who to believe. But sometimes it can be hard to argue with very simplistic mathematics, although I've talked to a lot of owners and I still wonder. A lot of them, quite frankly, are not too bright. They want out immediately. They don't understand that that mentality is exactly what has placed them in their predicament of this waste of money timeshare, because they want something to happen immediately and they allow their emotions to make the decisions. I just had a guy do this the other day. He leaves a bad review because I tell him the truth. He wanted to get out in 30 days, and I told him it was not going to happen in 30 days. And he'll go off and he'll get scammed by an attorney or by somebody else who will scam him out of a lot of money, and he still won't be out. But that's his loss. He's an idiot, of course. The bottom line is, it's hard to argue with simple math, okay? So let's start from a position in which you owe money. Now, you can scour the internet for stats. I don't believe a lot of those stats. They're put out there by timeshare companies, and we all know that they can't be trusted. They're put out there by exit companies, and we all know that they cannot be trusted, okay? But this is what I've learned from talking to hundreds of timeshare owners over the years, and I've been doing this both on the marketing side and the sales side. So I want to make sure I'm in the video. So typically, if you owe money, let's do an owe money scenario. A very common amount, you may call it an average amount. I'm drawing it in red because red indicates negative. That's up there too high. So let's say you owe $20,000 on your timeshare. It's obviously a mortgage situation. You have a mortgage. You have a mortgage situation, okay? And monthly on that mortgage, a very common payment. They're all over the board. I've seen them anywhere from $200 to $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month, okay? This lady, we told we could get her out for $2,400. She's paying $2,000 a month, and she didn't do it because people do not consider the math. So a very common payment, let's just do it on the low end, okay? Let's do it on the very, very low end, saying you're paying about $300 per month on this timeshare, okay? You owe $20,000, yet you probably did a down payment of, somewhere around $2,000. But they can go higher. It just depends on the mood that your timeshare salesman was in and what he thought he could scam you out of. In other words, how big of a sucker you appeared to be to him is what he likely charged you. It's that simple. Those are the cold, hard facts. Okay? If you owe $300 a month, over the next 1 year, you are going to pay, okay, $300 times 12, which equals, obviously, 12 months in a year, so it's simplistic math, which equals $3,600. $3,600 in mortgage payments, okay? Now, depending on your interest rate, a lot of this is likely not going towards exactly what you owe, okay? Because you have you have the principal and the interest. So you're getting soaked on it, okay? 2 years out, you will be paying another 300 times 12 equals 3,600 for a total of 7,200. Okay, this is if you owe money, all right? Now, this is not including maintenance fees. An average maintenance fee, and this is pretty much the standard average, is $1,000 per year. Typically due in January, but another common one is March, okay? These are all over the board again, but an average is $1,000. So over the course of 2 years, you can tack on another $2,000 for a grand total of $9,200. Again, you're still not totally taking that out because you have interest payments on that. It's like the mortgage of your house. It's why most houses and most 401ks and things like that are actually not good investments, okay? Because of the small fees you're getting charged and also because of the interest that you don't realize, okay? But that's a topic for another discussion. Okay, so the way you got to look at a mortgage situation is from a math perspective. If you're not going to get out selling, we've already demonstrated in past videos, and we flat out said, less than 1% resell. If you have a mortgage, that is zero, pretty much. Why? Because nobody wants to take over your timeshare and your mortgage, and then on top of it, your maintenance fees. It's stupid. And I always tell this to people. We're running a little bit long in the video. We're running over 7 minutes, but I'm going to wrap it up. I always tell this to people. You hate your timeshare. It is a big, giant, freaking scam, waste of money. You despise it. Why would you try to give it to somebody else? It doesn't make any sense. This makes you no better than the sleazy freaking salesman that sold it to you. Why would you try to give it to somebody else? Good thing that's impossible. People get so desperate with them, though, they just want to give them to them. I've seen them donate them to aunts, uncles, cousins, and stick these people with shit, basically. Okay? Less than 1% resell, that's if you have it paid off. That is in a paid off situation. It's actually way worse than that. It's actually way worse than that, but those are the common stats you're going to see online. Okay, because nobody wants this waste of space. So the bottom line is you got to look at this from a math problem. Typically what people are going to do is they're going to go to attorneys. Okay, and that's great. You should consult an attorney. I am not an attorney. This is not what we do. You should go to an attorney. Typically, he is going to charge you probably a base of anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000. Now, I've had people post comments saying, just use a real estate attorney. And that can be a good idea if you have a good attorney who's honest. Most attorneys are not honest. Attorneys themselves will tell you this. And the industry is another scam industry, so you're going to have a base of $4,000, and you're going to wind up with a final bill of $9 to $10. Okay? Because there's always fees involved. They don't tell you this. All right? The negative comment I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the guy's a moron. He doesn't understand this. He's operating off of pure emotion. He just wants out now. He'll believe anything except for the truth, that it is a process. Okay? But in any event, if you get out in 1 year paying $9,000 to $10,000, that's not horrible because you're going to get out of most of this mortgage. Okay? You're going to get out of this $1,000 per year payment, and you're going to get out of 2 years of $9,200. So in the long run, I mean, if you get out of more than half of this, I mean, you're saving more than 50% on that mortgage, okay? It's basically half off, okay, if you pay into that, and slightly more than that. But if you can get out, okay, of that mortgage for somewhere around the $3,000 mark, or somewhere less, okay? Somewhere less than 3,000. Let's say you can get out for somewhere in the 2,000 to 2,400 range, okay? And it's guaranteed to get you out of this. Look at the math. If you pay $2,000 and it takes you a few months to get out, so you have to pay your monthly mortgage payments of $300 a month, and let's say it takes 6 to 8 months, which is actually the real average. That is the real, actual, realistic average that it takes to get you out of a mortgage situation in your timeshare, and also a non-mortgage situation. Again, don't believe what I say. Do your own research. This is fact. This is what it takes. Now, there are outliers. Statistics, of course, works with outliers. Okay? So, there's always the long tails of that, the outliers of those things. Okay? But more so than not, it falls in here. Okay? 6 to 8 months is typically what it takes. So if you were paying $300 per month, and it takes you 8 months, that is $2,400. Okay, that's $2,400 in additional payments. Okay, but you pay $2,000 here. You pay $2,000 to a company who can get you out. You have a total payment of $4,400. Again, this is just a contextual example. Based on this, it might not be your example. You have a total payment of $4,400 that gets you out. Meaning, over the course of 2 years in payments, you have saved, okay, $9,200 minus $4,400. Okay? You have saved a total of $4,800 with the benefit that you are completely out of the timeshare. You have no more yearly maintenance fee, and you're also saving on this roughly in the ballpark of anywhere from $14,000 to $16,000 off your mortgage. Okay, that's just $4,400 off the mortgage payments minus that. It just depends on your interest. Okay, off the mortgage payments that you will be paying in the future. Okay, it's simple math. It's simple mathematics. All right. So the bottom line is that's the way you have to look at this. Now, like I said, we're not attorneys. What we deal in is consumer advocacy, meaning if your timeshare salespeople lied to you, in any way told you something that was not true, in any way misrepresented what you got, then you have a case to get out of your timeshare and to cancel most of this mortgage. Okay? Typically, our standard fee, our average fee is around the $2,000 mark, but it can go up to $2,400, so we are much cheaper than the vast majority of attorneys out there. We offer a full money-back guarantee, and everything I said here, this is how we base it off of. So, again, I'm going to get people that look at this and say, oh, BS, they want out now, and that's fine. There's a reason why you bought into a timeshare. You weren't thinking straight, okay? You are the people that said, I'll never do this, and then they show up and they do it. And I get these people on the phone all the time. But occasionally I get rational people that understand that to get out, it's a math problem, okay? It's just a math problem. They want a guaranteed solution for getting out. They're not so stupid to believe that they're going to be able to resell it. They're not so wicked to try to give the shit over to a family member or somebody else. They understand that it's going to cost them money to get out, and they're willing to pay it to get out. That's what we do. Again, my name is Jason. You can visit the website www.freefromvacationfees.com. We are a small company up in Madison, Wisconsin, the capital city of Madison. You can read more about us on the website. You can contact us there. If you found this useful, if you found the math useful, if you saw something that you didn't like about what I did, comment it below. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to have more. Just subscribe and then click the like button. It's going to help boost us to the top to dominate this YouTube niche and get some actual good information out there.